All right. Welcome back. Today is a sort of a special day because I'm going to talk today about A1c. Now, 80 million people in the US living with diabetes, and I'm another 30 or 20, 30 million with pre-diabetes. And worldwide, it's humongous. It's a large number of people. And there are people with diabetes who don't even know they have diabetes. And there are people who are in denial that they have diabetes. See? But once you're in denial, or you doesn't know, or you do not measure or monitor your diabetes, you put yourself in a bad state. And for stroke, to be knocked out in a coma, blindness, loss of limbs, cuts and bruises not healing on your body. It's a lot of stuff. And diabetes, and I'm coming direct today because it's important, right? So I believe I have to be direct with this one because it's not about food today, it's about that test. So that and the dangers of diabetes. And I'm talking from my experience, what I went through before I was able to reverse this thing to where it's normal now, mostly normal now, but still need a lot of care. That this thing will kill you. It can take you out easily. It's a sort of a silent killer. And the only way to know if you have diabetes is to do an A1c test. An A1c test can be done by a doctor. If you go to the hospital or the doctor office and you take a blood test to see if you have diabetes, usually they tell you when you come for a test or for a physical, you have to fast that night before you come, right? So they're looking at your fasting blood sugar during that test. And your blood sugar might have stabilized over that night. But that doesn't show how high you spike when you eat certain foods. It didn't show that you had an ice cream, a cookie, a piece of pizza, and some pasta, and you were up 350. 8, 9 hours after you might have normalized because you were fasting to go to the doctor. So they wouldn't necessarily see that in that one test. Now, sometimes they might see in one test, depending on how late you eat, or how slow your body takes to process that sugar. But generally, they cannot see it in that test. So you need to go and get an A1c test. And I get one every year from my doctor. And that's why I was able to identify my pre-diabetic state. And that's also how I know I'm having it under control, because my last 2 annuals were very good, within range. And the doctor will tell you what the range of A1c is good. I also work with my insurance company who try to keep our health good by providing us lots of benefit where we can take care of our health so we don't get really, really sick, which will save them money in the long run, you see? So my insurance company, Blue Cross Blue Shield, have this program with this company, Livingo, and they provide me with all my diabetes testing equipment, my diabetic machine, my testing machine, Livingo, and all my supplies. I get supplies, refilled supplies from them, all my needles, and so on. So it's a really good program if your insurance has it. And also every 3 months, they would send me this kit. See, A1c kit. So this kit I get from, and what I have to do is take my blood and put it on this sheet like this, complete this information, then package this in this biohazard packet, right? And then I have a prepaid envelope they send me, and I put in this prepaid envelope, and it goes back to them. See? So you can do that at home. And the needles they give you to stick your hand is to get your blood at this needle here. And it has a pretty good spike. I mean, I got enough blood in one hit. They gave me 2, I didn't use the second one. I got enough blood in one hit to fill these 2 circles that I have to fill to send for the test. And the blood was running pretty good, and then it stopped. So it's not bad. One little prick, you don't feel the prick, and your blood pulse out there, and you have to use less blood at home than when you go to the doctor office and they take a whole vial of blood from you for the same test. And you home you can just do this small test. So if your insurance company provide this, I would try it. If not, go to your doctor and get your annual make sure they ask for an A1c. And there's no shame in having diabetes. I mean, if you have diabetes, you can't hide from yourself. When you die or drop down dead, what will happen? So, you know, shame in it is not, you know, there's so many sicknesses out there. Diabetes is just one of the things out there you deal with, right? So, you know, take for your family's sake and for your sake and for my sake, I take care of that, you see? So I want to tell you, so what the A1c test does is, I'm going to read this piece of paper. It's a common blood test used for diagnosing type 1 and type 2 diabetes. The test results reflect your average blood sugar for the past 2 or 3 months. Specifically, the A1c test measures what percentage of hemoglobin protein in your blood are coated with sugar, glycate. Hemoglobin protein is in red blood cell, transport oxygen to your lungs. It transports oxygen across your body. So when you eat sugar, that some of the sugar get attached to the blood cells, to the hemoglobin in the blood cells, and it coats the blood cell with hemoglobin. And that sugar is transported around your body, over your body. So that remains there, and your body changes out cells, blood cells. But the test can look at the whole 3 months of these cells that haven't been discarded yet, and see how much sugar is on the hemoglobin on these cells. See? So you don't have to worry about the hemoglobin, all that fancy words. I just reading from the paper, I learned that, you know, it's basically sugar in your blood. And the way your body stores it and keep it, it's easy for the doctor to look over 3 months. So you can't really hide from this test, right? For example, you could eat whatever you want, drink a whole bottle of soda, sweet soda, and spike your sugar up to 400. And then make sure it go down to 100 and go and take a test by your doctor and say, I don't have diabetes. But with this A1c test, it will see that 400 you went to, you see, over the month. So for the 3 months, all your high spikes, that you can't hide it. Some people take the medicine, the diabetes medicine, and don't check their blood. And because they're taking the medicine, they eat anything they want. They don't care. They eat any amount of sugar, carbohydrates, everything. And they're spiking 300, 400 and the medicine bring it down. So they're creating a war in their body, a fight between the defense and what they're bringing in. So they're bringing in more sugar and the medicine's fighting the sugar. And there's a war between them and the medicine and the sugar constantly. And when you do that, you're still putting your body at risk. You're still putting your life at risk, because instead of helping the medicine by adjusting your eating, you feel comfortable enough to just bring in as much food as possible and let the medicine work. Yeah, it's going to work, but it's still going to wear on your heart, on your kidney, on your lungs, and there's still going to be a lot of blood on your red blood cells traveling around your body while it's carrying oxygen around your body. You can't hide that. You know, you can hide that from yourself. You see? So it's important that we get that understanding. I didn't have that understanding. That's why I'm sharing it. I have no clue. You know, I just thought diabetes, you get it and it's bad, and you take medicine, it goes down, and you just take a medicine, not knowing you have the power over controlling it. That's what I do. I get spikes when I take chances with food, but I've already identified a nice portion of food with my test of food combination that I can eat without getting any spike. So I have certain meals I eat. Most of the time I don't get any spike at all, hardly. Most of my meals don't have spike. The most of my spike is when I'm taking a new meal I haven't tested before and take a risk so I can do a video and show what that meal done and prove to myself that that's not good to eat, you know. But generally I have learned so far, most of my combinations I can eat safely. It's been, you know, so because of that, I can go days with my blood sugar not going past 120. You know, so I'm basically have it under control. And I still take a half a pill for the diabetes, but I just take it because that pill is also have other good effects, I understand, like life-lengthening effects, like metformin. That's another story by itself. So I still take it because of that, but I have it under control. So I thought I would share with you guys the importance of the A1c test and show you that I'm not just talking, I do it myself. See, I do my test. You know, I have my kit here. I share the kit, and here's my instructions on how to do it, how to do the test. See, everything comes in a kit, and it's a nice small kit, small package. You know, and it's in brown paper, so nobody knows what test you get. And you send it back, and all the material to send it back. It don't cost you anything if your insurance company cover it. If not, go to your doctor, have them do the test, ask for the A1c. Don't worry about that one-time blood test. Get that A1c, right? So, you know, my goal is to just keep pumping this message out and say, if I could reverse this and feeling good and lose all the weight I need to lose by doing this, why not share it with others? Why not share it? There's no more joy in life to me than sharing. If you know me well, I'm a sharer. I share everything. I share my home. I share everything I have. Anybody work with me, work for me. I share everything. All my knowledge, I share everything. I share. Because I believe giving is not just giving dollars and cents. It's giving me of you all the time. And it makes me very happy to give and share. And I didn't know how to share this before, but then I thought, blogging is the best way. So that's why I'm doing it. All right. So go ahead, get that A1c if you don't have it. If you already had the A1c and you know A1c is bad, start following my blog, start getting a combination of foods right, start eating the right food, help the medicine to work so you can reduce the medicine. I don't think you got to get off medicine if you don't want to, but maybe you can get off it or reduce it. But help it to work. Don't go to war with your medicine. Don't have your body fighting a war. Okay, you don't need for no war, right? You want to live peacefully and easy and share with other people. All right? So that's it on the A1c. You can talk all day on this. There's so much information to discuss on it, but I'm not a doctor or expert. I just give another briefing on what I know, what I do for me, and what helps me, and how it works, and what I know about the test. A little. I just know the test keeps me stable and keep me steady and keep me on track, so I know how I'm performing. So I'm encouraging you to take your A1c, take your medicine, learn to eat properly, watch my blog as I cover eat different kinds of food, and do the best you can. Take care of yourself and country respects to enjoy your life. Okay? So blessings. Thank you. Peace out. Come back for more bigger videos. All right? Blessings again. Thank you.